Hello, my name is Lady Macbeth, or I make music under Lady Macbeth, and I've been a musician for the last, I don't know, for a long time I've been a musician. And I'm saying the word musician, and I mean someone who makes music, or someone who takes part in making music. That's how I'll define it, right? Because everyone has different things about being a musician, different ways they see being a musician. But that's what I think being a musician is. That probably sounds obvious, but it's a big discourse actually. But I wanted to start a little YouTube thing about what it is to be a musician and some of the experiences I've had and some of the thoughts I've had and what I've gone through as a musician. And I just wanted to share that with whoever, you know. And if any of this sounds like unscripted and I start rambling, it's because this is not scripted. And actually, I have an outline on my notepad on my computer. But really, all of this is just, just what I'm thinking about. So, I just wanted to talk about when you start feeling like no one's listening and no one cares. I've been consistently, putting out music, and it's not like I wanted it to blow up or anything. It's not like I expected it to blow up, but at some point you start to ask, why am I not being appreciated? There's a lot that goes into popularity of art and stuff. A lot of it is kind of a bummer. A lot of it's kind of marketing and how good you can market yourself and how good you can make connections and how good you can communicate. Being good at making art, and good is subjective. Being good at that is not enough. That's something I've had to find out for myself. But when you start to ask, why am I doing this? Why is no one listening to it? What's the point of making art if no one's gonna appreciate it? No one's gonna listening. No one's gonna listen. Oops. No one's listening, and no one cares. Why should I keep doing it? And I just wanted to say that if you're ever feeling this way, if you're ever feeling like I'm putting so much of myself into my art, and no one seems to bat an eye or whatever, something like that. When there's nothing left, when you're not in a band, you're not surrounded by a group of people that are openly supporting you, and you're not surrounded by people who are like, oh my god, your music, if you're not feeling like you're being supported, then you need to reevaluate why you're making music. So when you upload your music, when you post it on social media or Spotify or SoundCloud, you place an incredible amount of weight on yourself, and when it doesn't perform well, it just collapses, and you start to suffer, you start to feel bad, and you start to believe that it's your music's fault. And so that's why you have to rethink, why you make your music? Why do you make your music if you think that everyone else thinks it sucks? Why do you make your music if it's not going to perform well and no one's going to listen to it? Why do you do it? And you have to think back why you started to make music in the first place. And you started making music because you wanted to. And you made that music, and you liked that music because you liked doing it. And you still love doing it. And you will keep doing it because you love making music. You have to separate the action of making music from how your music is perceived, how your art is perceived. And when you think no one cares, and when you think no one's listening and you think, why should I keep making music? You need to tell yourself, I should keep making music because I love making music. Because music is everything. And you should give everyone your music. Show everyone your music. Do whatever you want with showing people your music, and you really should not expect anything back. But you should keep doing it because you love making music, and shouldn't let whatever idea of how people see you or see your music, or however you think they may judge your music, you can't let that get in between you and making music. Because you know you love making music, and you know you love making art, and you know you love making in general. So you should keep doing it. Just do it just to do it. I've made a lot of music. I've made a lot of music with a lot of people. I've made music by myself. And I've had some peaks and some lows with how many people were listening. But at the end of all that, making music is about loving making music. And if you think no one loves the music you're making, love the music you're making even more to compensate. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to care about who's listening, or it's bad to want to be appreciated, because, every artist wants to be appreciated. It's just that you can't expect that and then feel bad about yourself when that doesn't happen, because that's just going to kill your love for making music. So you have to reevaluate where the love of making music comes from, because it should come from the making of music. Well, it sounds obvious. You love making music because you love making music, blah, 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 blah. But, I've gone through a lot with my music. I've always believed, if I do this, if I do that, it's gonna make rounds, it's gonna get popular, and I'm gonna play shows, whatever. I've kind of let go of all that. Is it out of defeat? Maybe a little bit. But I still make music because I love making music. And you should love your music no matter what, So, yeah. So keep making music, keep uploading your music, keep showing people your music, show your friends your music, especially. You should definitely show your friends your music. Your friends are your friends, and, they'll probably like your music, or your art in general. Whatever I'm saying could apply to art as well, or art in general. Music is art, but I also mean, illustrations and all that. But keep doing it. Don't expect much back, but appreciate what you do get back, but don't expect much back. And keep doing it, just because you love it. Also, I'm going to take a little minute to ironically promote my EP. It's coming out on Halloween. It's like a Halloween special. It's called Unfortunate Gyaru. It's about that gif of the anime girl getting gored. I just thought it was funny to make an EP, like a concept EP about it. But yeah. But that's it. Keep making music, and bye.